New Year, I'd like to call the meeting to order. If you could please rise. We're going to say the Pledge of Allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Sorry. All right, I'm going to read the Statement of Compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act. Pursuant to the requirements of the New Jersey Open Public Meetings Act, notice of this meeting was included in the annual meeting notice filed in the office of the Borough Clerk, posted on the Borough website and on the bulletin board of the municipal building, published as a legal notice in the Coast Star newspaper and mailed to the village, requesting notice and providing payment in accordance with Borough policy. And then Janine is going to read the statement of the November 8th, 2016 election determination.
A statement of the determination of the Board of County Canvassers relative to an election held in the Borough of Spring Lake Heights on the 8th day of November in the year of our Lord 2016 for the election of the municipal officers for said Spring Lake Heights Borough. The said board determines that at the said election, Richard T. Dibber and Joseph Tompe were duly elected members of the Borough Council full term.
With that, we're going to bring up Joe Tompe and swear him in.
This is the oath of office Borough Council member, 3-year term expiring December 31st, 2019. I, Joseph Tompe,
I, Joseph Tompe,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the same
to the same
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
and in this state
and in this state
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform all the duties
impartially, and justly perform all the duties
of the office
of the office
as a member of the Spring Lake Heights Borough Council,
as a member of the Spring Lake Heights Borough Council,
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
We will be swearing in Councilman Dibber at the first meeting of the year, which is January 9th, I think?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So. Now, can I get a roll call?
Mr. Campion?
Here.
Mr. Dibber? Mrs. King?
Here.
Mr. American?
Here.
Mr. Schuler?
Here.
Mr. Tompe?
Here.
Mayor O'Brien?
Here. Now we're going to go through, let me just mention before we get started on the agenda, there are a couple of changes to the agenda. The council has been presented with them up front. 2 were just corrections, and then 1 was a switching committees that was on the original. So we'll go through the Borough Council appointments first. The first is Resolution R27-01, a resolution of the Borough Council establishing the procedure for election of a council president.
I'll make a motion. Second.
A roll call, please.
Mr. Campion?
Yes.
Mrs. King?
Yes.
Mr. American?
Yes.
Mr. Schuler?
Yes.
Mr. Tompe?
Yes.
Motion passes.
The next resolution is Resolution R2017-02, which is selecting council members to serve as the council president for 2017.
Got a motion?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Just 1 second.
We have to-
Yeah, I'm going to nominate Sarah Kane to serve as council president.
Now we get a vote.
Okay. Schuler, and then Mr. Merryle. Thank you. Mr. Campion?
Yes.
Mrs. King?
Yes.
Mr. Merryle?
Yes.
Mr. Schuler?
Yes.
Mr. Tompic?
Yes.
Motion passes.
The next resolution is Resolution R 2017-03, a resolution of the Borough Council establishing council committees for the year. And that would be that Finance is Councilman Dimmer, Legislations and Grants is Councilman Campion, Recreation is Councilman Tompe, Public Safety is Councilwoman King, Public Works, Buildings and Grounds is Councilman Schuler, and Water and Sewer Utility is Councilman Merryle.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Campion?
Yes.
Mrs. King?
Yes.
Mr. Merryle?
Yes.
Mr. Schuler?
Yes.
Mr. Tompic?
Yes.
Motion passes.
The next resolution is Resolution R 2017-04, which is a resolution of the Borough Council appointing the Planning Board Class 3 Member of the Year 2017, which is the council representative on the Planning Board. And we are nominating
I'm nominating Robert American.
as the Planning Board representative. That is in the resolution. So, like,
I'll make a motion.
Yeah.
Motion? Second.
Okay.
Mr. Campion?
Yes.
Mrs. King?
Yes.
Mr. Merryle?
Yes.
Mr. Schuler?
Yes.
Mr. Tompic?
Yes.
Motion passes.
The next resolution, these are appointments by the mayor requiring council approval. And the first one is a resolution of the Borough Council confirming the appointment of Gary McLean as the Borough Attorney for the year of 2017. And that's, Resolution 2017-05.
I'll second it.
Mr. Campion?
Yes.
Mrs. King?
Yes.
Mr. Merryle?
Yes.
Mr. Schuler?
Yes.
Mr. Tompic?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Welcome back, Gary.
Thank you.
The next resolution is a resolution of the Borough Council confirming the appointment of Charles Shaw as the borough's public defender for the year 2017, which is Resolution 2017-06.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Mr. Campion?
Yes.
Mrs. King?
Yes.
Mr. Merryle?
Yes.
Mr. Schuler?
Yes.
Mr. Tompic?
Yes.
Motion passes.
The next resolution is resolution number R 2017-07, a resolution of the Borough Council confirming the appointment of Raymond Rea Esquire as the alternate public defender for 2017.
Make that motion.
Second.
Mr. Campion?
Yes.
Mrs. King?
Yes.
Mr. Merryle?
Yes.
Mr. Schuler?
Yes.
Mr. Tompic?
Yes.
Motion passes.
The next resolution is Resolution R 2017-08, a resolution of the Borough Council confirming the appointment of Thomas Seaman as the Chief Financial Officer.
Got a motion? Second.
Mr. Campion?
Yes.
Mrs. King?
Yes.
Mr. Merryle?
Yes.
Mr. Schuler?
Yes.
Mr. Tompic?
Yes.
Motion passes.
The next resolution is Resolution R 2017-09, a resolution of the Borough Council confirming the appointment of Neil Hamilton as the Zoning and Code Enforcement Officer for the year 2017.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Mr. Campion?
Yes.
Mrs. King?
Yes.
Mr. Merryle?
Yes.
Mr. Schuler?
Yes.
Mr. Tompic?
Yes.
Motion passes.
The next resolution is R 2017-10, a resolution of the Borough Council confirming the appointment of Mary Ellen Karavis as the Deputy Tax Utility Collector.
Motion.
Second.
Mr. Campion?
Yes.
Mrs. King?
Yes.
Mr. Merryle?
Yes.
Mr. Schuler?
Yes.
Mr. Tompic?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Next resolution is resolution number R 2017-11, a resolution of the Borough Council confirming the appointment of Joseph J. Delaney Jr. as the Deputy Borough Clerk.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Mr. Campion?
Yes.
Mrs. King?
Yes.
Mr. Merryle?
Yes.
Mr. Schuler?
Yes.
Mr. Tompic?
Yes.
Motion passes.
The next resolution is resolution number R 2017-12, a resolution of the Borough Council confirming appointments to the Zoning Board of Adjustment, and that would be for Brian Brendel, Andrew Zelenik, and Thomas Martin as an alternate.
Motion.
Second.
Mr. Campion?
Yes.
Mrs. King?
Yes.
Mr. Merryle?
Yes.
Mr. Schuler?
Yes.
Mr. Tompic?
Yes.
Motion passes.
The next resolution, R 2017-13, that's one of the changed ones on the dais, is a resolution of the Borough Council appointing a member to the Board of Health. And those would be for Kate Maloney and Barbara Rose.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Mr. Campion?
Yes.
Mrs. King?
Yes.
Mr. American?
Yes.
Mr. Schuler?
Yes.
Mr. Tomby?
Yes.
Motion passes.
The next resolution is resolution number R 2017-14, a resolution of the Borough Council confirming the appointment of the members to the Beautification Advisory Committee for 2017. For Lisa Britton, Eileen Eilenberger, Deirdre Fallon, Catherine Hahn, Susan Herner, and Deborah McKean.
Make a motion. Second.
Mr. Campion?
Yes.
Mrs. King?
Yes.
Mr. American?
Yes.
Mr. Schuler?
Yes.
Mr. Tomby?
Yes.
Motion passes.
The next resolution is resolution number R 2017-15, a resolution of the Borough Council appointing Eileen Eilenberger as the Borough Representative to the Shore Community Alliance.
Motion.
Second.
Mr. Campion?
Yes.
Mrs. King?
Yes.
Mr. American?
Yes.
Mr. Schuler?
Yes.
Mr. Tomby?
Yes.
Motion passes.
We move on to the additional resolutions awarding some professional services contract. The first one is a resolution of the Borough Council authorizing a contract for professional services to Supplee, Clooney and Company to provide audit services for the year 2017, and that's resolution R 2017-16.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Mr. Campion?
Yes.
Mrs. King?
Yes.
Mr. American?
Yes.
Mr. Schuler?
Yes.
Mr. Tomby?
Yes.
Motion passes.
The next is resolution number R 2017-17, a resolution of the Borough Council authorizing a contract for professional services to Willens, Goldman, and Spitzer to provide Labor Council legal services for the year of 2017.
Motion.
Second.
Mr. Campion?
Yes.
Mrs. King?
Yes.
Mr. American?
Yes.
Mr. Schuler?
Yes.
Mr. Tomby?
Yes.
Motion passes.
The next is resolution number R 2017-18, a resolution of the Borough Council authorizing a contract for professional services to Frederick Raffetto of the firm Ansel, Grimm, and Aaron to provide tax appeal legal services for the year of 2017.
Motion.
Second.
Mr. Campion?
Yes.
Mrs. King?
Yes.
Mr. American?
Yes.
Mr. Schuler?
Yes.
Mr. Tomby?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Then we have resolution 2017-19, a resolution of the Borough Council authorizing a contract for professional services to PM Consultants to provide financial reporting and accounting services for the year 2017.
Motion.
Second.
Mr. Campion?
Yes.
Mrs. King?
Yes.
Mr. American?
Yes.
Mr. Schuler?
Yes.
Mr. Tomby?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Resolution 2017-20 is a resolution of the Borough Council designating the borough's official newspapers for the year of 2017, and that would be the Co-Star, Asbury Park Press, and Star Ledger.
Motion.
Second.
Mr. Campion?
Yes.
Mrs. King?
Yes.
Mr. American?
Yes.
Mr. Schuler?
Yes.
Mr. Tomby?
Yes.
Motion passes.
The next is resolution 2017-21. That would be the third changed item on the dais, which is the resolution of the Borough Council establishing meeting schedule for the year 2017. I think somewhere in there it said it was for the year 2016, so
Correct.
we made sure that we corrected that.
I assume this is consistent with what we did in 2016.
Yeah, what we did in 2016 was we had a single meeting in August. Otherwise, it's the first and second, or the second and fourth Mondays of every month, and one meeting in December as well. So, except for those 2 months, second and fourth Mondays, except where it falls on a holiday.
Very good. I'll make a motion. Second.
Mr. Campion?
Yes.
Mrs. King?
Yes.
Mr. American?
Yes.
Mr. Schuler?
Yes.
Mr. Tomby?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Then we have resolution 2017-22, a resolution of the Borough Council adopting a cash management plan for the year of 2017.
Motion.
Second.
Mr. Campion?
Yes.
Mrs. King?
Yes.
Mr. American?
Yes.
Mr. Schuler?
Yes.
Mr. Tomby?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Next is resolution 2017-23, a resolution of the Borough Council fixing the rate of interest to be charged on delinquent tax payments, authorizing cancellation of tax and utility refunds and delinquencies less than $5, and establishing a fee for return checks.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Mr. Campion?
Yes.
Mrs. King?
Yes.
Mr. American?
Yes.
Mr. Schuler?
Yes.
Mr. Tomby?
Yes.
Motion passes.
The next one is important so we can spend some money. Resolution number R 2017-24, which is adopting the temporary operating budget for 2017.
Make a motion.
Second.
Mr. Campion?
Yes.
Mrs. King?
Yes.
Mr. American?
Yes.
Mr. Schuler?
Yes.
Mr. Tompic?
Yes.
Motion passes.
The next is R 2017-25. It's a resolution of the Borough Council designating various officials and individuals to represent the borough and submit required applications, certifications, and reports. And we have for the Community Development Program, representing Jay Delaney and the alternate Joseph May. For the Clean Communities Coordinator, Joseph May. For our 911 Coordinator, Police Chief Dave Petrikin. For our MJIF Insurance Fund Commissioner, our Administrator Jay Delaney. For the Public Agency Compliance Officer, our Purchasing Agent will be Jay Delaney. For the Assessment Search Officer, the Borough Clerk Janine Gillis. For the PEOSH Indoor Air Quality, our Public Works Director Joe May. And for Pension Fund Certifying Agent, the Supervising Certifying Agent will be Administrator Jay Delaney, and the Certifying Agent will be our CFO, Thomas Seaman, who we just reinstated.
Make a motion.
Second.
Mr. Campion?
Yes.
Mrs. King?
Yes.
Mr. American?
Yes.
Mr. Schuler?
Yes.
Mr. Tompic?
Yes.
Motion passes.
The next is resolution number 2017-26, approving the use of the community center for a couple of groups for January, February.
Motion.
Second.
Mr. Campion?
Yes.
Mrs. King?
Yes.
Mr. American?
Yes.
Mr. Schuler? Mr. Tompic?
Yes.
Motion passes.
And then we have resolution 2017-27, which is approving the payment of the claims of the bill list dated December 29th, 2016.
Make a motion.
Second.
Mr. Campion?
Yes.
Mrs. King?
Yes.
Mr. American?
Yes.
Mr. Schuler?
Yes.
Mr. Tompic?
Abstain.
Motion passes.
I believe I'm saving the rest of my appointments for the next meeting, and that brings us to our public comment section. If you would like to speak on any topic, please step forward, address the chair, and also state your name and address if you want to say. Seeing no hands, can I get a motion to close the public comment section?
Motion.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Campion?
Yes.
Mrs. King?
Yes.
Mr. American?
Yes.
Mr. Schuler?
Yes.
Mr. Tompic?
Yes.
And that brings us to our adjournment. Can I get a motion?
I'll
to
make a
adjourn?
motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you all.
Thank you.